Yo, what is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to what will be, from me, the fourth and final episode of the American Network game. Just a little bit about why this is the final episode. If you don't know, I wrote a comment a few videos ago, but I'm currently in London as you watch this video, working for Sports Interactive as a playtester for FM15. I can't reveal anything about the work I'm doing. I've signed an NDA and all that, but I'm working full-time on Football Manager 2015. As a result, there are no videos. I've not got a computer down in London where I'm now based. However, if you want to keep up to date with what I'm doing in kind of a broader sense of the kind of word, not so much to do with FM, you can follow me on Twitter, and there's a Facebook thing as well I use for Work the Space, which I've not used that much recently, but I'll leave the links down below. So anyway, this is really a final episode from me. I believe Ben plans to continue this series for the next few weeks until FM15, and I'm retiring basically because I'm going to London tomorrow. I've not had time to do a second season with Ben, which is unfortunate, but given the circumstances, I'm sure you guys can understand. So I was tasked really with the job of building a team for the future, a team that could continue on my legacy that I'd started at the Spacemen. So here is our signings for the year, and as you can see, £30 million spent and 8.5 million made on the ends. It's been a busy window. The majority of these players are actually regens. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but even when I'm doing a network game which isn't going to be super long term, I still enjoy just bringing in really good young players. So I'll just show you guys the big man on campus, Sean Cruz, who in my opinion would probably become one of the best players in this save if there were more time. He's a bit of a beast, and you can also see I did my best to grab some more super high quality regens. You guys know that's what I like to do in FM, so there you go, I did it for you. Anyway, let's look at the other transfers we brought in. So Wanyama was the first to come in for £12 million. Southampton got relegated first season in the Premier League, so I decided to go out and grab Wanyama. A few other players were available. Wanyama was the one I really wanted. Luke Shaw, another English regen. Not sure why I got those two muddled up, but Luke Shaw was another option I looked at but decided not to get in. But Wanyama's really going to add some solidity to the midfield role, particularly as a ball-winning midfielder. It's a role that within the team last year was fulfilled by loanees, so really looking for a permanent fixture for that position. He does that. The next big player coming in was Danny Welbeck on loan for the year. His total loan kind of payment is going to be £1.2 million. Very good striker, good pace, just a good striker at this level, and a very clinical striker, so hoping he'll come big for my squad throughout this season. The next player we have is Kazuki Honda, who again is just a really fantastic player. 28 years old, the Japanese international, is just a great player. Good kind of creative stats, great mentals as well. He's 28, a few years left in him yet, and he joined us for £9.5 million, and last season in the Serie A for AC Milan he had a very good season. The next player we brought in was Timothy Chandler. Just signed this guy because he's fantastic kind of cover here, there and everywhere really. You can see we're training him to play left back as well, so he can play right and left back, which is incredibly useful. He's American, so again helps out with the kind of national players limit and all that jazz, and a very good player indeed. The next few players we have here are Jake Livermore, who we grabbed on loan, who's just a good player. Fairly hefty price, I guess, for his loan, 1.3 million total, but I think he's still going to be a fairly useful player. And the last two players, both more loanees, kind of from England. Felamini joined us from Arsenal, and last but not least, Edin Dzeko joined us for a ridiculous fee, but I had some leftover money and I decided why not spend it on a big player. So we've got Edin Dzeko in on loan for the season for £6.5 million, and he is an absolutely superb player, so I was pretty happy to get him in on loan. His value was 20 million. He was transfer listed. I was never going to be able to afford that price, but a loan I think kind of works out for us. So anyway, as I mentioned, this series is going to be coming to a close on my channel here. However, you're probably wondering, well, Jack, if it's coming to a close, why are you still doing this? Well, the reason I'm doing this video is because, of course, it gives me a video to put up on my channel, but also because Ben, or Dr. Benji, is also continuing on his save, and in this kind of game universe, as a single-player save, where he will be continuing with Tampa Armour FC. So if you want to see a bit more about his team, I'll leave a link at the top of the description of this video so you can go see how he gets on. But of course, my team, the Spacemen that I've assembled, will be going head-to-head and toe-to-toe with him in the coming years. So anyway, a look at our side. A lot of these names you will remember from last season, but Charlie Austin's still in the side. Wanyama, Honda. There's a decent selection of players in our side now. Perhaps somewhat lacking in Americans because of the foreign player limit, where you're allowed 11 foreign players in your starting 11 in a match squad, we are going to have the situation whereby whereby we kind of bring in players and we have to play with American players on the bench, basically, just for the sake of filling out the 11 foreign players, because by and large I'm going to be playing with 10 foreign players in the starting 11 and then Brad Friedel in goal, so of course that kind of I guess has an impact there. In terms of these players, half of these shouldn't be registered. This is why I hate the auto registry. This is one thing I'd love to get fixed in the next FM, is get rid of this, where all your under 16 players who aren't good enough don't get selected in the squad and your other players don't. That is not on. So anyway, I'm going to sort out this really quickly, but this is going to bring to end this series, unfortunately, on my channel. It's a little bit of a shame it has to go down like this, but I'm sure you guys can appreciate with me going into full-time employment. It's simply, I'm not going to have my computer with me. It's kind of going to be busy with work. I'm going to be working full-time, hopefully, making FM15 a good game to play for you guys and helping out in that regard. By testing it, and I want to do that job to the best ability I can, and obviously I can't do FM15 videos in terms of the news videos because I know what's going to be going on in the game, and that would be breaching my NDA that I signed in working for SI. But anyway, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this kind of video. I'm not even going to do the match day today. I'm going to leave my successor to do it. Hopefully he can do the Spaceman justice and really continue on the legacy that I started building up for the side. I feel as if that's the least that the team, I guess, deserves. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that you can do it for us. Let's try and get our squad registered properly here. But I would like to say just a huge thank you, guys. I mentioned it in the comment that I put on a video a few weeks ago that you know, it's thanks to you guys that I've got this opportunity to work down in London. Obviously, I have worked hard myself over the last 18 months on my channel, but without you guys, it simply wouldn't be possible. And I just want to say a huge thank you from me for your support, I guess, over the last 18 months since I started my channel. It's greatly appreciated. But anyway, this is going to bring to an end my FM14 legacy. I've got to be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed this year with my channel. I never really stuck it out with a save on YouTube. I did plenty of epic Twitch saves when I live streamed, such as the Oxford one. Obviously we won the league, I guess, with this one, but I was hoping the Pompey one, or not the Pompey one, the Peterborough one, that's how much it meant to me, was going to be the one. Unfortunately, that is simply not the case. But anyway, that's going to bring to an end my FM14 career. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I will hopefully be back with FM15 stuff. As I mentioned, you can follow me on Twitter to keep up to date with what's going on in my life. And for now, I'm retiring from Football Manager. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit.